Hello and welcome back, guys. So over here I'm gonna show you guys how to change this code into a standard format of HTML5. So I'm gonna change the name of this from index.html to something else, but the reason I named it index.html in the first place is because I want you guys to understand that index means homepage. So for example, later maybe you guys have your own website or something like that. It will have many different pages. It will have like maybe a section that says gallery. It will have about. It will have maybe my team, my projects, my portfolio, whatever pages it has. When you submit the code, index.html will always be the home page. So no matter what it doesn't matter what you name the other pages, as long as the page you want to appear first, the home page, it has to be named index.html. But anyways, right now I'm changing the name over here to, what should we name it? Okay, I'm gonna name it 01 dot basic underscore layout dot html. The reason I'm naming these pages like this is so that, like I said, it will be easy for you guys to go back and refer and find the thing that you're looking for. So I'm just gonna delete this. How HTML pages usually start is that there's the sign. You have to put the exclamation mark, and see Emmett is helping us over here. It says Doctype. So Doctype is the first thing that you need to write in any HTML file, because the browser should be able to read and understand what type of file are you sending it to. Is it an HTML file? Okay, because browsers can read so many different kinds of files, and even HTML itself has so many different standards. There is HTML5, HTML 4.0.1. There is strict, there is transitional, and but definitely HTML5 is the standard, and that's the one you have to learn. But I'm just saying that there are so many other options, so there needs to be a doc type that makes it sure for the browser that it knows what file is coming. Then once we have the doc type, we need to put an HTML tag to wrap around it. Wow, it didn't close. Okay, it closed itself. So we need to wrap our whole file inside these HTML tags, opening and closing ones. Then inside the HTML tag, we'll have a head tag. And we will have a body tag. Okay, I gave too much space over here. So now inside the head tag, it's just all meta keywords, the information that you want associated with your website, but it will not display on the page. It has to do more with the back end. And then inside the body, it will be the content that will be displayed on your website. And yeah, well, that's pretty much it. But inside the head tag, a very common tag is the title tag. So we can name the title with my writing has gone to shit, my website. And then inside the body tag, we can add a heading tag, H1. Actually, there are many different kinds of headings. There's all the way from H1 to H6. We will talk about that later because they have different fonts and stuff like that. But basically, they're just heading tags. So it can just say my first website, and then we can add a P tag, paragraph tag. So, welcome to my first website. Okay, we are done. So this is the standard HTML5 format, how you should structure your code. Just control save it. So there needs to be a doctype that tells the browser what kind of file it's getting. Then there needs to be an HTML tag, which is like, oh, actually, you see over here there is a space, like it's called indentation. Visual Studio Code automatically indents our code. Like if you were using something like a Notepad or some other kind of text editor, I don't know, I wouldn't recommend them because they don't do this kind of stuff, but Visual Studio Code actually does it automatically. It's because you see head is the parent and then title inside it is the child. Just like that, that body is the parent tag and then H1 and P are the children inside it. Okay, going back, the standard format is first of all there needs to be a doctype, then there needs to be an HTML, like a wrapper that wraps everything inside it. Then there will be a head tag inside which it's all meta, keywords, information, and stuff like that. You can put the title over here. Then inside the body you can have many different kinds of tags, but the ones I've written, these are the two very basic ones. The only difference is most of the things in the head are for the backend information, and in the body, well, it's mostly about, displays the content. Okay, so after you save, you go back, open the website again, and you can see this is the H1 tag over here. This is the P tag. The title is over here. You can see my website, the one I told you guys. Now, another thing I want to explain you guys about the code is how to write comments. For example, when you work on big projects in the future, you won't be the only one who's working on the code. There will usually be like maybe 4 or 5 programmers. If it's a very big project, there might be different teams involved, and maybe you don't want them to mess up with your code, or maybe you want them to understand why something is done in some way, so you can add a comment. And the beauty about the comment is the people who view the code will be able to see it, but it won't display on the website. So the way to add comment on HTML is you add the greater than sign, you add the exclamation mark, then hyphen, hyphen, and it just completes it by itself. So I'm just going to give it a bit space so you can see this is how it starts, and hyphen, hyphen, and then the sign is how it ends. So, and you can also see the color, it changes green. So once you have this going on, it means it's a comment. So you can just put over here like maybe I can put a comment saying don't delete the H1 tag, so that my team can see it. After I save it, if I go back to the browser and I refresh it, you can see the comment is not displayed over here. You can't see it. But I think with Control U, there is this option. If you're on Windows, it's Control U. If you're on Mac, I think it's Command U. You can check it. But if you press Control U, you can see the source code of the website. So if you go over here, you can see the comment. Only using the source code. Only if you view the source code. But on the normal website, it won't be visible. Another thing, another shorthand that might be useful for you guys is the control question mark. Control and the question mark button. This can be used to turn a whole line into a comment. Maybe you don't want to highlight it or something. So, like for example, if I'm on this line, my website, and I want to turn this whole line into a comment, all I need to do, since I'm in the middle, all I need to do is just control question mark, and it will just turn the whole thing into a comment. I can also actually toggle back and forth. If I press control question mark again, it's no longer a comment. I can come back and control question mark again, and it will no longer be a comment. Maybe I want, I don't know, all of this. I can select this, and I want all of this to be a comment. So I can select the highlighted area, and if I do control question mark, it will comment all of it out. If I control question mark again, it will toggle back outside. Okay. So this is all for this video. In the next video, I'll show you all how you can generate this structure automatically, all of this, without having to type it again and again and again repeatedly. With few shorthands, you can just make it appear. And we will be downloading some extensions that we will be using along the way. Since this is an ongoing course, make sure to like and subscribe so you can keep up with the latest videos. Let us know in the comment section how we can improve our courses, and I'll see you in the next video.